Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the European crossover webinar. And just want to make sure that the mic is coming clear. I'm using actually a different mic, the same type of mic, but had some problems with the other mic. So if you have any audio issues, whatever, please go and let me know. We are seeing a bit of a rebound back here in the S&Ps and also a little bit in the NASDAQ also. I want to just take a look at what we have as far as economic data that is hit. And I'm not seeing anything of any note. I know someone had referenced something about German retail sales, but that's not an economic report. So we don't have any data out until the U.S. session at 8:30 Eastern. We will have a Chicago Fed National Activity Index, and then that's going to be it for the rest of the day. We are seeing a little bit of a rebound here in S&Ps, and looks like they've run out of gas, right? I mentioned before that area 41.69. Now that's actually when it was heading south yesterday, or actually on Friday, and then of course 41.66 was that this key area here before. Right here, but on the way down, it says watch 41.69. That seems to be where it looks like they've kind of run out of gas a little bit here, topping out at 41.68.75. I'm actually a bit surprised that they've even come back that far. And we'll take a look at some other markets. Take a look at gold is at. Gold really has just come completely apart from where it was not that long ago when we were knocking on the door at 1900. Boy, we've fallen a good chunk of change, essentially $120. Actually, from the highs, probably about $130. And crude oil still remains close to its highs up here, close to the $72. I mean, we're under that, but still relatively high. And taking a look at where we stand here with the euro. Find a little bit of support to start out the morning. Just right around that just below 1850. And then with cable. And same thing with Aussie also. Find a little bit of support. As I mentioned, it looks like we don't have any economic data until U.S. session. We've already dipped down to 41.61. Like I said, I have to run out of gas right here at that 41.69. So with that, we'll go on and move ahead and start with our analysis. And let's go and move on into the euro dollar. So the euro saw a continued slide into the close of the prior week. The pair should find support between 1818 and 1830. You can see down here at the 1830. And it always does this here. For some reason, it doesn't save like a slash, but it'd be 1818 to 1830. Thought we might see a little bit of an overshoot, but we're actually holding up a little bit. And you can see right here at this bar right there, that's where they find a little bit of support. Looks like they found some support. Let's see, that's what I'm talking about right there, that bar, right there at 1845. But we do have it in case we do get that overshoot. And so far, we're actually, like I said, find a little bit of a bid there this morning would be 1830 on the downside. And on the upside, we're looking for 1930 followed by 1960. So 1930, pretty good little run here, but we'll be looking for 1930 right there, coming right across this body for 1930. Now with that, we're going to move on to the cable. We can see here that the cable has actually broken that uptrend line. Look at that, which dates all the way back to September of this last year. The year, okay, I don't know why it saved that. Let's see if I can pull up the correct notation on that. So cable broke the bullish trend line emanating from September. The pair had reached and exceeded the 3806 area, you can see right here, and which provided support. A further break will find bids at 3734 with resistance at 3887. So like I said, that they just barely took it out, but that is a key level here, right here. You see that? 3806, which is holding today. So hang on. And resistance, we're looking at be at 3887. And right there, coming in right there, 3887, which would be close to almost making it back to the trend line, but 3887. Obviously, we've flipped to bearish now on this. Haven't broken that trend line. Moving into the Aussie dollar. The Aussie continued its 3-day slide to end the prior week. Support to start the week will be 74.50. Once again, we're holding up pretty well here. And I saw this area right here, this extension right here. Thought that might provide them some support, but the 74.50 in case they overshot it with resistance at 75.59. You can see that bar here. And even then, it didn't even come close to that bar. But we'll stay with the 74.50. It might be a bit of a stretch at this point. after the slide we've already seen. And the upside is going to be 75.50. They have come up here to 75.21. I like that. 75.50 on the upside. Moving on to the dollar yen. The dollar yen posted a medium-legged doji on Friday, suggesting a pause and a retracement may be in order. Immediate support will be 948, followed by 923, and resistance will be 1027. Well, we're just kind of middle of the road in it right now, but once again, we'd be looking at 948. And 1027 on the resistance. These markets have quieted down just a bit after the moves we saw in the prior days. And onto the cash dollar index. The cash dollar index posted a solid 3-day rally. Boy, what a rally that was. Look at that. Settling just above the key 92.06, and there's a 92.06 here. Resistance to start the week will be 92.42, followed by 92.88. Support will be 91.66. So 92.42. And 91.66. And if we take a look at the weekly chart, you can see the significance of this 92.06. See that? Now, what we would like to see, and we may very well see it, is 2 consecutive closes above 92.06. And then that would really open the door for us to move to 92.88. With that, we're going to move into Bitcoin. Bitcoin continues to slide from the 40,000 level attained a week and a half ago. The coin appears destined to test 30,000 in due time. Support to start the week will be 33,000 with resistance at 36,675. Wow, we've actually broken the 33,000 now. So we've actually dipped even further. Let's take a look at the 2-hour chart. See what we might be looking at. Right there, that body, which is 32.5, let's just call it 32.524. Boy, a lot of people really got trapped in this thing as it got above this 40,000. And it looked like, I mean, I was surprised that it got back up there, but technically the door was open for them to move higher. And I saw quite a few people that were talking about, oh, we're going much higher. We're looking for a 50% correction. I think they're looking for 48 or something like that. And Boy, a lot of people got stuck in this sucker. Resistance at this point, we have to be right there at that body. 35,552. And let's go on and move into the S&Ps. So, so the S&Ps closed the week below 41.55, opening a challenge to 41.22, followed by 41.14. Resistance will be 41.48, followed by 41.57. But this thing is really turned around. Now it's actually pulling back a little bit, but there's that key weekly level from before, 41.69. It actually went to 41.68 3/4. I remember that being the key. This is like almost 2 months ago. I remember them going back and forth, and then they would vacillate between 41.68. Remember on one week finishing around 41.74, and then dipping back. So we'll go with the 41.69, 41.74. There you go. On the downside, we already had a pretty good dip here. So right now it's going to be 48 and 38. And let's go move into the NASDAQ. You can see here we've already had a pretty good pullback here in the NASDAQ. We came close. This was actually a good area, this 13,993, but the market vacillated. I was thinking, well, when they get in the European session, they'll take a dip down here, and I thought that's going to be a pretty good buy area here. You can see here the 13,975 right here off of this level here. Confluence here with the 61%, but we didn't take that extra dip. I thought we'd take one more dip. I thought that's going to be decent to step in and take a long. I was thinking, and I thought, well, even then you've got the pivot, which I talked about on Friday on the Face webinar. This 13,957. So I thought we were going to take a visit down there to 13,975. Thought we would be a pretty good area, but actually didn't take that. It actually took off, moved up higher here, kind of pulling back a bit. So, boy, what a move already so far. So what we're looking at is where we are now, not then. So immediate support now is going to be 14,040. Resistance, they made it right to this line. Look at that, 14,115. I don't really see them taking that out. Anything's possible if they were to get above that. We have to point back up to here, 14,145. But look, boy, they really jumped around here. but it would be 144. You can see Friday's midpoint was 14,107. You can see that just a little bit. So that was a little bit of resistance there. If we go with regular trading hours, not anything I'm seeing there. Oh, we'll see if they can make another push up in here. And let's go and move into the gold market. This market is really just completely come apart. Gold fell completely apart last week, taking out 1880 or 1800, I meant to say. Support to start the week will be 1760, and you can see where this is coming from, the 1760. And actually found support there. Actually, there's some further, really, and there is the 1760. There it is. There. Will be 1760 with resistance at 1800. So this one, like I said, I can't believe how much it's come apart. Remember, we were up there above 1900, and it came apart in rather quick fashion. Look at that. But 1760, heck of a fall. And just keeping it simple here at 1800. And it's gone from bullish to bearish. And lastly, with crude oil, crude oil closed the past week just below $72, rebounding from a test of 71. Resistance will be 72.12 with support at 70.93. So we're looking at 72.12. You can see that body coming across there. There. Actually 72.05. You see it right there. But we'll stick with the 72.12. With support at 70.93. Boy, in case we get that pullback, 70.93. And there we have it. There's a bias chart. Interesting thing is these ultra bonds, look how far they've rallied. Well, we saw a strong move on Friday. Well, strong volume. Someone had noted a key bond player, and I pulled that up, and then look at today. Wow, we have really rallied strong, and now we pulled back. I'm not sure if it's the egg before the chicken or the chicken before the egg. Obviously, with the move we've seen back here at ES, and there's that 41.66. But I think this market, boy, I thought we were going to see one more dip beyond that, but it's going to been an odd session. We started kind of quiet in Asia, relatively speaking, and then started to pull back and thought we dipped down, and well, we've seen a decent little rebound here. But with that being said, here's the bias chart. We'll get that posted in the chat room, and thanks for joining us here on the European Crossover.